What's up, guys? Elijah Scheidler here, owner and supervising broker of Venue Real Estate. I'm so encouraged by the numbers of you that have told me that you were encouraged by last week's good gossip. It is so inspiring to hear of creative and sacrificial ways that people serve others in our Bozeman community. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put the link somewhere here in the description or in the video. Go watch the video. It's so encouraging. And my purpose is to help inspire hope. Hope is the belief that the future can be better than our present and that we have the resources to make it a reality. I don't know about you, but I personally, as I engage all of the bad news, all of the bad gossip that floods the screen of my phone, it's so difficult for me to maintain a sense of vision and hopefulness for our community, our state, our nation, and the world. And so sharing stories of people doing good things in our community that hopefully goes straight to heart and you can't wait to share it with someone else. So this week, I heard about a landlord here in the Bozeman area that is doing amazing things with how they manage their property. As they moved away from their house, they transformed their primary dwelling into an income-generating property. And as they were leaving, though, they found out about someone in their neighborhood who was wrestling with MS, lived in a multiple-story home, and in the latter parts of their condition, they were becoming stumbling. It was super hard for them to navigate the stairs. As a result of hearing about this need, they reached out to them to ask if they would be willing to merge into one side of their townhouse. Now, with that, they decided that in renting their property, they weren't going to rent to people who had pets because pets are so difficult on rental properties, but wanting to reach out and to serve this person in need. The person had lots of pets, so they made an exception, invited the neighbor to come in to rent from them, and went one step further in installing a fence around their side of the townhouse. Now, with how construction is in the Bozeman area, they weren't able to find a fencing company that could install the fence in a timely fashion to help merge this neighbor into their rental property. So instead of waiting it out, they took a week's vacation, traveled multiple states back to Bozeman, and used the full amount of their vacation time to install the fence around the side of the townhouse that this neighbor was going to live in. As they installed the fence, the 3 college students who lived in the unit next to this one saw the landlord staying in a cul-de-sac in a camper and working day by day, often through the rain, for the totality of their vacation time to serve this neighbor to come into the other half of the townhouse. As the time went on, the 3 college students talked with this neighbor and found out that the neighbor was receiving a much reduced rent over what the 3 college-age students were paying. But rather than being upset, the 3 college-age students were proud of their landlord, that they were willing to serve this person in need, to come out and install a fence over their week's vacation, to give them a reduced rent. And so reached out and said, if you're ever in need of more rents, if you're not pulling in everything that you need on this property, rather than raising the rent on this neighbor's side, that they said that they would be all willing to pay more rent to offset the need. Guys, I think this is such a beautiful example of community gathering around to help create multiplied, thriving as a community. That it's diversity at peace with itself, moving in a common direction. It's common unity. The landlords reached out with a vision to serve a community member, and that as 3 other community members saw their sacrificial service of someone in need, that they merged in, and 2 landlords became 5 community members, all focused on serving one person sacrificially. I think as these kinds of stories, this good gossip builds in me, the thing that it encourages me in is that we have the resources to make sure that our future is better than today. As these seeds of testimony take root in your life, my hope is that they inspire innovation in and around you. You may not be able to serve every member in our community, but in your own neighborhood, in your own sphere of influence, that you could look for the one and serve them in the way that you can, the way that only you can. And that as you serve them and that others see the example of your life, that they would be inspired to join you. And that as that takes over, we can't help but thrive as a community. If you'd like to hear more about what I'm up to at Venue Real Estate, and you would want to hear more encouraging stories that I'm gathering throughout the community, reach out to me at the number provided at the end of this video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.